99 FM, your inspiration station. You're still tuned into The Kingdom with Script. And we talk about game changers. And I feel like our game changers just keep one-upping each other. Because today, I am blessed with the presence of Jumper Namibia. We have Comfort Ajibola in the building. And we also have Andreas Elifas in the building from Jumper Namibia. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, first things first. Like I wanna ask a million questions because you guys really did something that, just from the continental Africa, from Namibia, from Windhoek, from 99 FM, where I am, it is just amazing what you guys have done. But before we get into that work, individually, Comfort and Andreas, how has COVID been? I know it's this was supposed to be the year 2019. We said it's about to go down, and then 2020 said no, it's really about to go down. So how's it been?
Well, last year I said 2020 will be a powerful year, and I didn't expect it to be this powerful.
You didn't know which way the power was going.
Yeah. But in terms of COVID, I think it was a learning curve for us. It was a struggle and a blessing for us because we learned to just take the time out from all the madness that happens around the world and just sit and study and learn different things. So yeah,
Comfort, on your end, how's it been?
No, the same. I think I've been saying it from the beginning that for everybody, whether you're a business or an individual, it's a great moment to just sit back and reflect and think about what you're doing and whether or not your actions are intentional. Because I think that over time we get used to just doing things and keep the cycle going, but you get lost, your intentions get lost, and your actions and your motivations get blurred up in the whole race and I need to keep up, I need to do this, but now with all of this that's happening, it's unfortunate, but it's also a good moment to just sit back, reflect, and think about, okay, moving forward, what do I need to do to really get to where I want to be? And from a business perspective, like you said, we're just working on ourselves, working on our business, and really looking at the places that we need to put more effort, or we need to improve, or we need to elevate, whatever it is that we need to do. This is the moment that we're using for that.
So it's one of those things where it's like slow down so that you can reroute and move in the right direction. Now we've seen a lot of slowing down in 2020, but you guys don't look like you've been slowing down at all at Jumper Namibia. Now for the people out there sitting in their offices, cars, at home, wondering what Jumper Namibia is, as when we speak of points of view, we usually think of opinions and where you're coming from and whatnot, but visually, what does that look like for Jumper Namibia? And just in a nutshell, what is Jumper Namibia?
Right. Jumper Namibia is a point of view video marketing service provider. So we create instructional and informational videos. So in the filming industry, point of view is a perspective of something. So our perspective is the perspective of another person. So we would do a video of someone, for example, changing a tire in that first person perspective, and then have someone learn something that way. So we're trying to tap into observational learning and all that.
So in a nutshell, you are like the eyes and the ears on the ground rather than the source of information flowing through. You'd rather convey the information directly from A to B. Now, where did this come from? Jumper Namibia. Where does it start? Where's the brain? Where talk to us? Explain all of this.
Right. So in 2017, I went to a workshop hosted by Namibia Film Commission where they taught us, or they actually got two video editors from Canada to come teach us visual communication. And we learned how to work with the camera and do videos without dialogue, without people talking, such as Charlie Chaplin or Mr. Bean type of videos. And as I continued doing that, I kept practicing the video skills and came to a point where I started shooting with my phone and recorded my feet walking and created a storyline that way. And as I kept uploading the videos on social media, people were interested in that, and that's when the ideation of the Jumper Namibia thing came about, and grew it until then, and then eventually got to a stage where I met up with Comfort, because that time she was studying in South Africa, and when she came back, that's when I had her on board and helped me run this journey.
But just in Namibia, where do you think we are in terms of moving forward, especially when it comes to the visual aspect of things and having these type of conversations visually? Do you feel like we need to do more? Do you feel like we need to do more to bring issues and things to light, or do you feel like we've been on the right track and it's just because there's a lot more to speak on, it seems like these platforms are now appearing?
I think locally and globally, like, we are getting more involved in all these necessary conversations. And a good way to do that is through videos and just telling our stories and retelling our stories to represent ourselves for who we really are, instead of someone telling us who we are. And I think it's just the whole culture in general of people wanting to tell their own story or share their own perspective is really growing. And through content, definitely. So you find everybody trying to start a podcast, people are doing blogs, people are, starting YouTube channels, even though they are discovering on the way, maybe YouTube is not for me, maybe podcasting is not for me. But that urge and that need to just start talking and start, sharing your own perspective is definitely out there.
From my side, I think we are catching up to the whole video idea, but one thing that we're missing is visual communication. Because you see a lot of great content out there, but the visual communication is always missing. And I feel that's what we need to start studying for us to understand how to visually communicate with quality videos that we do.
Now, like, what would your message to young creatives out there be, in a time like this? Because it's always, we always get those comments of the youth, they're just focused on A, B, C, D. Yeah, the youth. It's always like, there's always a problem with the youth, but then, at some point, the way I see it, it's like it's either A, the youth seem like they don't care in the content that they're putting out, or the reality or their realities, or rather they are just expressing their realities, meaning the real things happening in life aren't falling on them yet, or aren't being it's not in their nucleus or their space. What would you say, what advice would you give to young creatives out there?
Honestly, practice what you preach. I would definitely say that, because it's so easy to be out there and say, oh, I'm for this movement or I'm for that movement, but you're not practicing what you're preaching. And by practicing what you preach, I think that that movement becomes more personal to you, and that experience becomes a deeper part of you, and you become not just more informed, but your heart really gets into it. And when your heart is in something, it's so much easier to then create content and be about the movement and practice what you preach, and be out there encouraging other people to also jump on board with you. I think, yeah.
From my side, I think they should just be consistent with their stuff, because even when I had that creative mindset, I only wanted to create when I felt like creating. But there's a short film about basket that I watched, and
amazing.
Yeah, it's an amazing.
I've seen it.
The guy's amazing as well.
Yeah.
So there was a part where he was being advised to always work on his craft, like Comfort say, and be consistent with it, and that's how people get to recognize your work from anywhere, because you are consistently working on it and you're bringing out the same type of work. So they would need to be consistent with their stuff and push themselves to be always creating.
If you go on Beyonce.com, not .com.na, Beyonce.com, the real one. we find Jumper Namibia on there.
Yeah.
How, just how, why, where, how, why, what?
I have no idea.
We also don't know.
Literally, so like I was just at home, I think it was 2 nights ago,
Mm-hmm.
and then my friend from SA calls me. She's like a proper Beyonce fan.
Mm-hmm.
So she calls me, she's like, did you see? And I'm like, see what?
Yeah.
And she was so excited and just, so hyper. And I was like, what's going on? What are you saying? She's like, you're on the website. I'm like, what website, dude? Like, relax. Tell me the story one by one. And then she sends me the link. It's like, yeah, you see? Beyonce knows you. She knows you. And I was
So,
like, wow.
your friend wakes up every morning, brushes her teeth, drinks a glass of water, and then goes on Beyonce.com.
Beyonce's website.
Every morning.
She loves Beyonce so much.
So how like what was that, a shock? Was that like a beautiful beautiful surprise?
It was a good thing to wake up to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a big motivation for us to just keep on doing what
Keep
we're
pushing.
doing. But I think my assumption is like the fact that we are always online, and even now this is a perfect time to be online. And Comfort is one person who's always online. Like she would post content on our Instagram page
Every day.
every single day, and I think that's how we got recognized. And
Yeah.
they saw that, oh, these guys are from Africa, they're consistent, and let's put them on. So
Mhm.
maybe that's an advice I can give to everyone. Like, be online. This is
Mhm.
the perfect time to
Be visible.
Yeah.
There you have it. You heard it from the game changers themselves, Jumper Namibia, Comfort Ajibola, and a guy I've known for many years. If you go on YouTube and you search music videos, you'll find us there. Andreas Elifas in the building. Thank you so much for joining us. Truly our game changers for the day and for the year. For 2020, this is the positivity that we need. And let's get into some more Beyonce, since we are on the topic and she's really putting us on. It is Beyonce and Jay-Z coming up next with Childish Gambino, also on the jam with Mood Forever on The Kingdom with Script on 99 FM.
Thank you so much.
I like that. Let's grab some pictures and